Okay, so good day to everyone. So now let us focus now on converting to the power of 10. So let's have the following rules. Rule 1, to express numbers larger than 1 as a small number times the power of 10, move the decimal point to the left as many places as desired. Then multiply the number obtained by 10 to a power which is equal to the number of places moved. Okay, like for example, the example given here, 5,000, 1,600, 270,000 are all larger numbers. So now, how are we going to convert this to the power of 10? So, like for example, 5 times, so this 5,000 will become 5 times 10 cube. Okay, so decimal point is moved 3 places to the left. So where's the decimal point? It's here. Okay, so it's here. So decimal point, from the decimal point, since the decimal point is here, so we'll just have to move 3 places to the left since the decimal point is here. So let's count 1, 2, 3. So that's why it's 10 cubed. Okay, so now how about if it is 50 times 10? It will become, it's 50. So that means that we will stop here in this part. So from here, from decimal point, 1, 2. So it will become 10 squared. 50 times 10 squared. Okay, so again, decimal point is moved 3 places to the left. So therefore, the power or exponent is 3 because 3 places. We move 3 places. So from the decimal, again, the decimal point here is, the decimal point is here. Okay, so another example, like for example, 1,600. So if you're going to use the two whole number, 16, so we will stop in this part. So the decimal point is here. So we'll just have to count 1, 2. So that's why it's 16 times 10 squared. Now, question, how about if it is 1.6? 1.6. If you're going to make it here, 1.6. So the counting will stop in this part here before 1. So it will become 1.6 times 10 cube. Okay, so but here, since we do not have here decimal points, it's whole number 16. So decimal point is moved 2 places to the left because again, it's we use 16. So it will stop here. The counting will stop here. So again, where's the decimal point? It's here. So we'll just have to count to where it will stop. 1, 2. So that's why it's 10 squared. Okay, another example is 270,000. So we are going to use 27 as the whole number before the power of 10. So we'll just have to count. We will stop from here. So we'll just count. The decimal point is here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's why it's 27 times 10 to the 4th. Okay? So decimal point is moved 4 places to the left. Now, question, how about if there are numbers after the decimal points? So, like for example, here in our example, so we have here, we are going to do it like this, 1.1, 1.118. So take note that the decimal point is here in this part. So it's here in this part. So since um The decimal point is in this part, and then we choose to have it here. So we'll just have to move it from here. So 1. So 1.118 times 10 raised to the power of 1. So 10 to the first. So it's 10 to the first. So I did not just put 1 because it understood that there is 1. So therefore, the power or exponent is 1. Okay, so I did not just put 1 here because it is already understood that it's 1. Okay. So rule 2, to express numbers less than 1 as a whole number times a power of 10, move the decimal point to the right. So in rule 1, it is a whole number, so we just have to move the places to the left. But this time, we are going to move the decimal point to the right, as many places as desired. Then multiply the number obtained by 10 to a negative power, which is equal to the number of places moved. Okay, like for example here, it's 0.008. So if we are going to make it a whole number, so take note that the decimal point is here, and then we are going to have it here. Okay, so we're going to move. So instead of saying 0.008, we just have to write the whole number 8. But it will now, the original number will now reflect to its power. Okay, so since it's 8, let's move it to the right from the decimal point. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it's 3. So it's negative 3. Okay, so if the numbers are like this, so it will become negative, and the counting will be to the decimal point to the right, moving the decimal point to the right. So like for example here, it's 0.678. So it will become 6.78 times 10 raised to negative 1, because we just used here 6. So where is 6? It's here. So the 6 is here. So from here, from this point, from this decimal point, we just have to count 1. So 1. So since the decimal point is here after 6, so decimal point is moved 2 places to the right. Therefore, the power or exponent is negative 1. So it's 1. So it's not 2 places. So it's not 2 places, but it's just a 1 place to the right, 1 place. Okay, 1 place to the right. So next example, we have the 0.00045. So we're going to make it 45. So meaning to say that the whole number is here at this part after 5. So let's just have to count from the decimal point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's why it's negative 5. Decimal point is moved 5 places to the right. Okay, so another example is 0.574. So since we put it here 57.4, so again, that the original number will just reflect on its power, on its exponent. So we will move. So again, it's 57. So the decimal point is transferred here. So it's from here, so 1, 2. So decimal point is moved 2 places to the right. So that's why it's 57.4 times 10 to the negative, to the raised to the negative 2. Okay, so rule 3, for rule 3, to convert a number expressed as a positive power of 10 to a decimal number, move the decimal point to the right as many places as the value of the exponent. So like for example here, if we are going to convert this into a decimal number, so like for example, we have here 0.825 raised to the third power or 10 cube, then we will just have to move the decimal point 3 places. So 1, 2, 3. So the equivalent of this is 825. So the exponent is 3. Therefore, move the decimal point 3 places to the right. Another. How about if same number then raised to the power of 6, to the 6th power? So we'll just have to add 6. We'll just have to move the decimal place, the decimal point 6 places to the right. So 1, 2, 3. Then let's add another 3 to make it 6. So 1, 2, 3. So that's why it's 825,000. So now, how about here? It's 0.0028 times 10 cubed. So same thing will be done 3 places. So 1, 2, 3. So it's stop. So it will stop here. So that's why it's 2.8. So same with this example. You just have, since it's 10 cubed, you just have to add another 2 zeros. You will just add 2 zeros. So 67, assuming that the decimal point is here, because this is a whole number. So let's just put 2 zeros since it's since the 10 is raised to the second power. So, or it's 10 squared. So 1, 2. So that's why it's 6,700. So for rule 4, to convert a number expressed as a negative power of 10 to a decimal number, move the decimal point to the left as many places as the value of the exponent. So here, so same with rule number 3, the only difference here is to so same, we are going to convert this into decimal number. So but this time we are going to move the decimal point to the left. Why? Because the power is raised to negative, is raised to the negative. So if it is negative 3, so here is the decimal point. So since it's negative 3, so you'll just have to count. So from here, it's 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. So that's why it's 0.08. Okay, so again, from here, there is a decimal point here. So since it's raised to negative 3, so we will just count 3 places to the left. 1, 2, 3. So it's 0.08. Here, it's negative 2. So from here, the decimal point is here. So we'll have to move 2 places to the left. So 1, 2, so that's why it's 0.723. So another example here, it's -6. So we will just going to count 6 places to the left. So the decimal point is here. So you just have always to take note where is the decimal point. So like for example here, the decimal point is here in the middle between 2 and 3. So you're going to start the counting from where the decimal point is. From where the decimal point is. Okay, so here it's, since it's here, the decimal point is here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's why it's 0.09. So here -3. So from here, okay, from here again, look where is the decimal point. So that is where you're going to start the counting. So since the decimal point is here and it's raised to -3, so it's 1, 2, 3. So 3 zeros before 7. So that's why it's 0.0007. Okay, so rule 5. So we have here rule 5. To multiple 2 or more numbers expressed as powers of 10, multiply the coefficients to obtain the new coefficient and add the exponents to obtain the new exponent. So meaning to say you just have to add the exponents. So like for example here we have 10 squared times 10 to the 4th. So it will become 10. We'll just have to add exponents. So 2 plus 4. So it's 10 raised to the 6th power. So how about if it's -1? We have here -1, then +4. So we're going to add, but according to law, if this negative, if you're going to add this negative, then it will be, you're now going to look for the difference. So -1 plus 4 is 3. Okay, so here it's 40 times 10 to cube times 25 times 10 squared. So first, you're going to multiply 40 times 25. So 40 times 25, it's 1,000. Then the next now is to copy the power of 10. Then do the rule for the exponents in which you're going to add. You just have to add. So 3 plus 2, it's 5. So 1,000 times 10 raised to the 5th power. So if we are going to convert this to the power of 10, so it will become 10 cube. Okay, so 10 cube because 10 times 10 times 10, it's 1,000. 10 cube, 1, 2, 3. So times 5, so 3 plus 5. So that's why we have here 10 to the power of 8. So another same will be done here. So first multiply 3 times 6, so it's 18. And then just copy the 10, then raise it to its exponent, in which the exponent will be add. So we have here -4 plus 6. So that's why we have 2. Okay. Okay, so here rule 6. For the rule 6, to divide by powers of 10, use the formula 1 over 10 n. N is the exponent. Now, if you are now going to convert this to the power of 10, then the exponent will become, if the exponent is positive, then it will become negative. If the exponent is negative, then it will become positive. So we therefore can transfer any power of 10 from numerator to denominator or vice versa simply by changing the sign of the exponent. So like what I've said, if the exponent is negative, then if you're going to convert it now to the power of 10, then it will become positive. So vice versa. So like for example here, 15 over 10 to the negative 1. So it will become 15 times 10 will become positive. So it will become 150. So here, 15 over 10 to the negative 3 will become positive. That is according to the rule. So that's why we have here 15,000. So 1,500 over 10 10 to the fourth, then it will become negative. So now, if that is now the case, apply the rules that we just mentioned a while ago. So -4. So here is the decimal point. So count four places to the left since it's negative. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's why we have 0.15. So here it's 0.25 times 4. So that is equivalent to 1.0 times 10 squared equals to 100. So those are the rules for the power of 10.